Ha ha ha. Oh man. Last night I just wanted to have the fans. Actually, you know what? I always had used to have my WWE Kiss Vince's Ass Club. So you know what? I kissed the fans' asses last night. I gave them their main event of Seth Rollins and Dolph Ziggler. So what they do? They decide to invade the match pretty much and do just 10 chants, countdown from 10 after every single minute. So you know what? Let's continue that dream. My God. My God, my total dream. To have Roman Reigns winning the WWE World title, the Universal title, whatever it is, some way, getting that loud cheer. They all get down on their knees. They put their hands out. All hail Roman Reigns. So you know what? Screw the fact that last night Bobby Lashley beat him. Here's the thing. Bobby Lashley just came back, but he's no Roman Reigns. So him winning last night means nothing. He didn't have to really win. So what we're going to do, we're going to do two triple threat matches tonight. We're going to have Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre take on Roman. Oh, Roman. So, and then afterwards, main event, we'll just have Lashley win against, I don't know, Rollins and Elias. We'll have pin Elias. That way we'll protect Rollins. So that way, we can have Roman and Lashley face off again. But this time, it will be a number one contenders match against the Beast incarnate, the man that everybody is going to hate for not showing up. And because of that, we will somehow, one, make it into a triple threat match. So that way, two, we can have Brock lose the title, but not take the pin. Everybody's happy. Ha, 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 ha.
That microphone is as cheap as this writing team is. My gosh. Guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my live review of Monday Night Raw from the July 16th, 2018 edition of Monday Night Raw that took place in Buffalo, New York. The Fallout show from Extreme Rules, and we are now on the road to some pay-per-view in August called SummerSlam, I guess it's called. I don't know. Because what did tonight's show really accomplish? Yes, tonight's episode of Raw, I'll give it the fact that we had some pretty good matches. The triple threat matches were good. The first one was the best one, no doubt about it. It was a good triple threat match. But so many things on this freaking show did not make any sense to me at all whatsoever. And already at the beginning of the show, bringing out Roman Reigns to be part of this number one contenders shit thing that they're doing now for Brock Lesnar. Here's the thing. I will bet you guys any money, if they would have had Roman Reigns winning that match against Bobby Lashley last night, there would have been no triple threat matches. There would be no number one contenders matches. Roman Reigns would be getting that title opportunity because that's how it works. Title opportunities happen anyway. You can get it by just winning one match, or you're gonna win this match, but we want you to win more matches. So you can't just win one match and just be in the match. You don't. Roman lost at WrestleMania, but you know what? Let's just give him another match for the heck of it at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and we'll have him suck up to the fans, so that way the fans can feel for him by saying he doesn't understand why he's getting this opportunity. And then after he loses to Brock in a botched finish, no, I'm sorry. Let's take that back. Greatest Royal Rumble. Vince is watching. All right, can't wait. Oh boy, I can't believe I'm going to have Roman not win the match again because he's not getting a reaction.
Look at that. A botch finish. You know what that means? Roman has an excuse to face Brock again. Oh, dear heavens. We still have a chance. We're going to get it. We're doing it again. Guys, we have an excuse to do it again. Kevin, done. We have an excuse again to have the match at SummerSlam, or even better, next is WrestleMania. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, the 5th time, or whatever, how many times will be by then, we can have it again. And maybe fans will finally get sick of us trying to make Roman Reigns the top star of the company. They'll have no choice but to cheer for him. Yes. Seriously! It's not just that. Let's just get into the show. Live chat. Who's in the live chat? Let's do this. We just have Dakota so far. He says, damn, you gave it a D2, didn't you? I did. You have to admit the 2 triple matches were good. They were good. They could have gave the second one more time by not doing a freaking Riot Squad match again. Yeah. Rumor has it that KO will cost Reigns a match next week and set up a feud between those two. Okay, they could have a Reigns and Owens feud for SummerSlam, but why not just have, Lashley and Reigns' matches? Extreme was supposed to be just sent last season. Why have to do this again? Either we don't have enough time, or calm down, Mike. Either we have too much time to fill, so that's why we're doing what we're doing, or WWE is just trolling with us, and they're trying to get Roman into this main event match. But yeah, if Roman wins, I will riot and go to WWE headquarters and burn it down. Oh, geez. Man, that'd be terrible. The worst matches were Bayley and Sasha's match and the Riot Squad and Ember Moon. Those were definitely pretty bad. At this point, I'd rather Mike Kanellis face Brock Lesnar than Reigns. Me too. I think Roman is giving Vince favors backstage. They may as well bring back the Kiss My Ass Club and have Roman do it every week. At this point, yeah. Why not just have Hogan return next Monday, hit a leg drop on Roman, and Lashley just pin both of them and make Hogan the number 1 contender for God's sake. Next thing we know, we will see, oh goodness, unicorns flying around the ring during Lashley and Reigns match next Monday and have a unicorn match. No. Balor have a mean streak. Watch Roman lose next Monday and then still get in somehow. It would not surprise me to have. He's probably going to just whine again how I'm the uncrowned Universal Champion. You had how many opportunities and you lost? It's probably why they had him beat Joe. So that way you can see, he didn't beat Lesnar. He still beat Joe, and he beat Jinder Mahal. You didn't see him on the show tonight, thank goodness. No more breathing exercises, though. But what do I know? Let's get right into this review and see what happens. And then at the end, I have 3 polls that I have up on Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter at all, make sure to check out the polls also. Let's get right into this review before I just blow a gasket again. Anyways, so we have a show opening up with some memory graphic for Masa Saito. I apologize, I do not know who that is, but whoever it is, rest in peace. We have Kurt Angle in the ring, pretty much saying, what he said last night at Extreme Rules. He's offering it ultimately with Brock Lesnar. Either show up tonight and get your next title match figured out, or you're being stripped of the Universal Championship. And there was no communication apparently, so Kurt's about to strip Brock of the Universal Championship when Paul Heyman comes up and he cuts off Kurt and tells him that Brock isn't here. And of course, Kurt's like, he's wasting my time. He's going to be stripped of the title. And then Heyman says, hold on, runs to the ring. And he says that he's got it wrong. Everything's Lesnar doesn't care about being champion. He only cares about being UFC champion again. But nothing can be further from the truth that Brock loves the WWE, but he wants to represent both the WWE and UFC by fighting for the UFC title with the Universal title. That's complete bullshit because, he's just having an excuse for not showing up. It's not just about just the UFC title. He wants to be a 2-sport champion the same way Kurt Angle did. Angle says if that's his goal, more power to him, but he's going to keep it simple. Brock will defend that SummerSlam where he's no longer champion.
And Heyman finally is like, okay, you guys got us, you know, congratulations. So with that being said, Brock will defend the Universal title at SummerSlam. But the question is, though, who? And Bobby Lashley comes out, and I'm like, yes, exactly. I mean, I was hearing rumors about some stuff. I'm like, I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Bobby Lashley comes out. I'm like, okay, yes, Bobby Lashley should be making his case to being Universal Champion because he won his match with Roman Reigns last night. I think he most definitely deserves it. He said he came back to WWE for 2 reasons. He accomplished the first one last night, being Roman Reigns, and now it's time to accomplish the other, is being Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. Out came Drew McIntyre. He talks about his goals too, saying he wanted to keep the IC title on Dolph Ziggler, and now it's time for him to become the Universal Champion, which I definitely am for. And out came Seth Rollins. He got in Drew's face instead of Curtis looking for an opponent for Brock. He's right there. And honestly, he deserves it also. Out comes Elias playing his guitar on his way down the ramp. He says nothing sounds nicer than Elias as the Universal Champion. And the next week, on July 23rd, his debut album drops. So it makes sense that they ride that success to SummerSlam, put him in against Lesnar. I'm like, okay, probably not, but I would be all right with it. Finn Balor comes out and says, you're talking about what makes sense. He has one question. Who was the very first Universal Champion? That makes sense that he should be the one to challenge Brock. He also should mention the fact that he never got his rematch. Remember that? He never got his rematch. And then, of course, out came Roman. And all he said was he doesn't have any excuses. He doesn't care about Brock Lesnar. He just wants to fight somebody tonight. Kurt says that they're all deserving to be out here. Nope, not Roman. He's going to make 2 triple threat matches, and the winners of those matches take on each other in a number one contenders match next week. Pretty much so ripping off of what he did in Finn Balor's debut, pretty much. So he makes the matches, Elias, Rollins, and Lashley in our main event, and the first match will take place next, McIntyre, Balor, and Reigns. So, and then before the match starts, after commercial, we have Angle backstage running into Constable Corbin, and he gets mad at Angle for booking a match without asking him or putting him in either of them. And then Angle points out that Balor beat him last night, so he doesn't deserve an opportunity. I'm like, hello, look who else in that ring lost their match last night. I mean, yes, Seth Rollins lost, but he lost thanks to a distraction and put on a good show against Ziggler. So it's okay for him to move over the big card to the main event scene, which he deserves to be in. Yeah, McIntyre didn't do anything, and I know Elias didn't do anything last night. I mean, yes, probably could have been someone else besides Elias, I'll be honest, but still rather him than Roman. But Roman lost his match last night. Get to the back of the line. Didn't you just say a few weeks ago, Kurt, that Roman's has opportunities and he has to move on? Well, you're not showing him to move on, pretty much. So then we have the match: Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and Roman Reigns. I'll give it. Again, it was a good triple threat match. Drew McIntyre took advantage of triple threat rules, and so did Finn Balor, using the steel chair. And they had, again, as Dakota mentioned, a little bit of a mean streak showing in Finn Balor as he started attacking McIntyre and Reigns with the chair. And it looked like Balor was about to win the match against Reigns. What was with McIntyre, who was out after being speared through the barricade by Reigns. It's a coup de grace on Reigns, but then McIntyre comes back, starts brawling again, and the two of them got Reigns, surrounded. But of course, Roman comes out on top. He somehow, I think McIntyre goes for the Claymore, messes up, and he pretty much gets knocked out of the match, pretty much. And then Balor gets hit with like a Superman punch or something like that, and then he's speared by Reigns. And as soon as that happened, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, seriously. The main event was predictable. We knew Lashley was going to win. I'll get to it in a little bit. But we knew it was going to happen. It was going to be Reigns and Lashley again. Why not just either one, again, have Reigns and Lashley's match beaten for number one contendership as it should have been at Extreme Rules, or just do the multi-man match as you were planning on doing it beforehand? Why do we have to do this bull crap? Why? I was done. I was just so done, and I couldn't get invested in the rest of the show. I mean, let's just go through what really happened. Again, it was a good triple threat match, but Reigns winning, why? Bailey backstage, Kurt Angle asking where Sasha is, but she's not here. Angle asks her about the counseling session, and she says that they tried everything, trying to meet Sasha halfway. Sasha tried to, but it didn't work out. She doesn't think they'll ever be together again. Kurt says he thinks she's wrong and wants them to settle in the ring. I'm like, okay, we're gonna have a match between Sasha and Bailey before before SummerSlam. But nope, another tag match. This happens against Dana Brooke and Alicia Fox. Really? And Angle says they can't get along, then one of them will get traded to SmackDown. Which at this point, I'm like, you know what? Do it. Send one of them to SmackDown. Something fresh for them to do, because this is just getting on for too long. The women's division is going to use a fresh face in each division or something like that. Go for it. You watch it. They'll probably trade her for, like, I don't know. I can't wait. I mean, the women's division on SmackDown is at least a little bit more bearable, but what do I know? But so yeah, we had that. We have Dolph Ziggler making his way out to the ring, and he said that all he did last night was everything he said he was going to do. He put an absolute clinic. He's more of a Black Sabbath fan than Robert Downey Jr. because he is Iron Man, which of course is the name of Black Sabbath song, and he is the Intercontinental Champion. Puts the entire roster on notice, and he said he wasn't kidding. He always gives credit where respect is. So he said that Seth did a lot for the title, but he's no Dolph Ziggler. He not only beat Seth once, but he beat him 5 times. He won 5-4 in the Iron Man match. And then Bobby Roode comes out. I'm like, why? Like, why would Bobby Roode deserve a title opportunity when he's been on the sidelines for a few weeks? Or that, not just that, he's done nothing but lose since coming over to Raw. Keep saying he need to turn him heel, but again, what do I know? Again, he's just an entrance now, so Vince probably thinks, I bet you any money still that Vince probably thinks that with his entrance, with the whole glorious thing, that he can't be a heel. I bet you any money that's what Vince is thinking. Bobby Roode comes out and says he knows Dolph was trying to give credit where it is due, but he hasn't heard him give any credit to Drew McIntyre, without whom he wouldn't be out here bragging right now. He should be on his hands and he's thanking Drew, because if not for him, he'd be down at the stand-up comedy club telling bad jokes. That reminds Ziggler when he was headlining Extreme Rules last night, how fun was it watching from the sidelines? And Bobby said that the sidelines suck, and why he's out right now is to challenge Dolph for the title. And then Ziggler begs off, and Bobby mocks him, afraid he's doing it on his own. And finally, Dolph agrees. He calls out a referee. And at first, they're starting to announce the match for the IC title, but then Dolph gets on the mic and says, I said give him a match, but not a title match. Which I'm like, all right, whatever. We had the match, Dolph Ziggler, Bobby Roode. Give it that it was a decent back and forth match. I mean, better than any of the matches they had in their feud on SmackDown, which was disappointing, I thought. But eventually, Dolph took towards the end of the match, Bobby tweaked his knee or something. Dolph took advantage and he beat Bobby Roode. So yeah, it puts over the IC champion, but it just continues to run Bobby Roode to the ground. Like, how much longer until he turns heel? Backstage, we have afterwards, then we see Bobby walking backstage, and he runs into a slow clapping Mojo Rawley, who asks if he's supposed to be glorious, and he just walks away, making Bobby look mad. So either it's set up for a Bobby Roode heel turn again, or it's gonna be a pre-show match or something. Again, I keep saying, well, before I talk about Mojo again, let's talk about the next match really quickly here. Here was Mojo Rawley versus Tyler Breeze. Fandango wasn't there. I don't remember why. Kind of a squash match. It was like they're actually trying to do something with Mojo Rawley, which again, I'm for giving him opportunities, because again, I do think he has potential. I think his wrestling has been getting better. I think his promo work is actually not bad. So that's why I'm hoping, can give him opportunities. But having him feud with Bobby Roode and probably having a pre-show match on SummerSlam, I can't get behind that, really. I mean, one, again, I'd rather have somebody more credible for Mojo to feud with. I don't know, let's say, not Ziggler. It's hard to really say. I really don't know who else there is credible for him to feud with on Raw right now that would, give him a good spot on the card, I feel. If he beat Roman Reigns, I'd be happy with that. But that's probably not going to happen. But I think he has some type of potential. But him feuding with Bobby Roode's not a good idea, because it's just running Bobby into the ground pretty much. You know, what's Mojo going to win over Bobby Roode going to do for him at this point? They're going to have a feud together, whatnot. Mojo wins. We had that. Let's see here what we got here in the live chat. You love Jinder, don't you? No, I do not. Did you see my message earlier talking to Santino's daughter? She is smoking hot. Nice. Do you get sick of Reigns' music? Not really. You know, I don't mind his music. I mean, I know he could get his own music, but still not a bad song. I hope Roman got his ass beat last night, exactly, but he's still getting that opportunity because he's Roman Reigns. Hopefully Lashley beats Roman quick next week, but I'm not sure. So now, do you agree Lashley has a better spear now? I think he does. Roman is a pussy. Why does he always have to use a padded vest? Is he that weak? Don't know, honestly. I really do not understand. They should have done the six-pack challenge, elimination match, or an 8-man tournament. Exactly. Alicia Fox is so annoying. Yes, she definitely is. They will trade Bailey for Lana, possibly. Cruz Madrid, what's up? He says, yo, Adam Cole, baby. Yep. Where was Adam Cole when we need him? No, put him on the main roster. Poor Lana getting hate. At least she's cute. I mean, she definitely is. Yes, turn Roman heel, but he won't do that. Were you surprised that Roode kicked out the zigzag? I forgot about that because again, I didn't really care at all at that point. But yeah, Roode kicked that. Bobby Roode in that match with Ziggler. Again, the match was decent again, but it was just a weird kick out. A weird looking kick out from that zigzag. I didn't get why he kicked out of that. Don't you agree that Ziggler has the best super kick WWE right now? Melo is the worst, definitely. Mojo could feud with Chad Gable. I actually wouldn't mind that. Chad Gable and Mojo Raw. Well, hopefully both people will come out looking good and not just Gable. He's getting squashed and whatnot. I still think putting Gable on Raw was a bad idea. Again, here's what why did they have to split him and Shelton Benjamin up? Honestly, they would have brought him and Benjamin over to Raw. There's another credible tag team right there. Or again, as I kept saying, what if they brought Gable and Benjamin over, and then when Jordan returns, have him turn heel, teaming up on an Angle and form like a Team Angle 2.0 involving them or something like that. I actually thought that would have been a good idea, but nope. Chad Gable's just a jobber now, pretty much. It's probably a main event tonight. But yeah, feud Chad Gable could be different. We can see how that goes. 1 second here. Man. Let me answer this message really quickly here. Anyways, but yeah, next we have Alicia Fox and Dana Brooke taking on Bailey and Sasha Banks. This match is just weird. It ended in a no contest, because Bailey was beating the crap out of Dana Brooke or whatever the heck it was. I can't remember what it was. And then Sasha, and she started beating the crap. Like, the dude just beat the crap out of Alicia Fox and Dana Brooke. Why? Like, what was it? What was the point? Like, I didn't care at all. Like, that was just a waste of time. We had a weird promo with them later on, which is right afterwards. We had Sasha packing up in the locker room. Bailey rolls up and Banks says she always cared, but she has trouble talking about her feelings. She loves a lot of things about Bailey for some reason. She can always tell when something's wrong, but she doesn't understand why. She can't get that she loves her, always has, and always will. I have some people saying on social media, apparently they think that they're trying to make this Sasha and Bailey into a whole lesbian angle now, which again, I respect gays and whatnot. I don't want to get into that controversy, but I respect gays and everything. But Sasha and Bailey, that doesn't fit for them. It's just like, what's going on here? Like, are they having just Sasha, sucking up to Bailey just to save her since she knew that her spot on Raw was in danger before, her turning on her in a few weeks or something? I don't know. At this point, again, if them being on the same brand as being teased again, why not just have a match at SummerSlam, an I Quit match? Loser leaves Raw. Exactly what I thought they should have done with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at SummerSlam 2016. I don't know, but again, it was It was weird. I didn't care. I don't know. It was. I didn't get it. I don't know what's going on there. Braun Strowman's interview backstage, talking about his match last night, regrets not having an opportunity to congratulate Owens on his victory, and saying he also said out against number one contenders qualifiers because he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase that'll give him a title shot whenever he wants. So doesn't have to worry about that. Michael Cole updates us on Owens, saying he's got bruised ribs and a neck strain, and he'll be reevaluated later this week. So that's that. Our new Raw Tag Team Champions, the B Team, had a match against the Ascension. The match happened. The B Team won again. He won as Raw Tag Team Champions. And then we had a Titantron thing with Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy. Just saying, we're getting our rematch. And they're doing it next week. Just a regular match. No final deletion, no nothing. So I don't know what's going on with the Raw Tag Team division at this point. Again, I'm glad Dallas and Axel at least got gold around their waists. I definitely felt they deserved it, but again, this division just sucks. This tag team division, there's no depth to it at all. I really don't know. Let's see here. What's up, Chaos Theory? 035 interim belt for Brock. He hates Alicia Fox's voice. Yeah, it's annoying. When a heel beats up a face like that, they don't get disqualified. That is true. Are you talking to yourself? He is doing a live stream. He reads our comments. I understand that. So you, yeah, no, it wasn't. It was letting you know. Hey, Lauren. The B Team will drop the belts next week. The B Team will drop the belts next week. The B Team is making the tag team division a joke. I mean, I don't, think they're completely a joke. And I think, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel are definitely overlooked talents that, just haven't really gotten the opportunities that they deserve. I mean, in my opinion, they're being booked as what they've been coming across for a long time as, people don't really take seriously. Because, the way they're trying to get their humor in their bag, they're not sure what exactly they're doing, but they're somehow just going to come across. To me, it's working in some ways. So I can't completely say I completely hate it. But again, surrounding them, what other depth is there in this tag team division? Nothing really at all whatsoever. There goes Brock's ultimatum. Why is Lashley facing Reigns again? Yeah, Lauren, because they are idiots and they're trying to get Roman an opportunity again. I already ranted on that again. I'm not too bad, Lauren. How about you? She's catch up on Raw highlights. Again, Lauren, tonight's episode of Raw had good wrestling matches, but nothing made sense. They're finally pushing McIntyre, definitely. Do you think Roman and Lashley will main event? Oh, they're definitely going to main event next week. No doubt about it. Maybe that's why, again, they're having the match again, because Vince didn't get him in the main event last night. Although also the rumors have it apparently Vince wasn't at the pay-per-view last night. Triple H was in charge. So if Vince was there, we probably would have had Roman and Lashley main events, which again, I thought their match at Extreme Rules last night, wasn't great, but I thought, it was a passable match at least. But yeah. She's okay, just tired, long day. What's going on with Sasha and Bailey? They tagged tonight because apparently counseling didn't work out, and now some people think they're teasing a lesbian angle, which it's not for them. Lashley should just be the number one contender. Exactly. Is Ronda back? We'll talk about that shortly. Was good, homie. Raw was do you think Lesnar will lose at SummerSlam? Probably will, but at this point, they'll probably book that triple threat match just to have, someone else take the pinfall instead of Brock. Why put Lashley through 2 matches? Because of the heck of it. Just because, again, they want to give, Roman, more time in the spotlight. Of course, keeps up coming to live chat, guys. I'm going to continue on. Now, okay, let's get into this segment. Now, I had a problem with this segment we're going to talk about. I mean, we knew this match was coming for SummerSlam, but I had a problem with this. Alexa Bliss and Mickie James make their way out. Alexa gets on the mic and lists all the elements of her match last night. She knows that we were thinking there was no way she could beat Nia Jax in Extreme Rules match, but she wrote the final chapter and ended how all great stories end. with the bully at the lights of the goddess victorious. She's dominated everyone and beat everyone in the women's division on Raw, which that does not include Ember Moon, because I don't think she's beaten Ember Moon in the match, or I don't think she's faced off one-on-one with members of the Riot Squad, but I'm not going to go there. But then crowd starts chanting Ronda Rousey, and she says that Ronda doesn't count because she's suspended and thus not in the locker room. After last night, she should be suspended indefinitely because she was supposed to be out there as a fan, which is definitely true. She got a point there. But then we see Ronda making her way down the steps in the arena, and Alexa bids everyone a good night and to drive home safe, and she tries to run off. But then Ronda gets on the stage and runs them down to the ring and catches them, and it's a Death Valley driver on Mickie James before grabbing an armbar for armbar, and Alexa pulls her out of the ring with some help from the referees. There's no security guards, though. Then Ronda chases them, taking the whole pile down. Drawing the champion up, she drags her to the ring. She hits a judo throw, and she tries to get the armbar on her, but then Kurt comes down and pretty much tells her to stop. He tells her she needs to calm down after what she did last night. She has 2 days left in her suspension. She needs to go home and wait it out, which, my opinion, it's like, why aren't you already getting upset? I mean, no offense. Again, here's my thing. Before I continue on, let me just explain, how I honestly feel about Ronda Rousey again. Yes, I get it. Ronda Rousey so far is being booked like the Brock Lesnar of the women's division. Only, not wrestling on Raw, only being like, somewhat of a part-timer and whatnot. I mean, it's still kind of early to pretty much consider it, but, I get it. I understand that conspiracy theory. I definitely see it so far. However, my thing is that when Brock has not put on a good wrestling match in how long? It doesn't look like he cares when he's out there. Ronda Rousey, I feel like, has at least put on a good showing not perfect, but she's showed that she's trying at least, I feel. She's still a little green, but in some ways, she's somewhat entertaining, and I can't completely hate her for that. However, here's again what I had a problem with. So anyways, Kurt tells her pretty much just to go home and just, wait out the last couple days of her suspension. But then out came Constable Corbin and says Ronda needs to be reprimanded and that Angle needs to put his foot down and do his job. Angle agrees. Not only does this add another week to her suspension, but Corbin's like, that's not enough. Stephanie's not going to be happy, and he's calling her right now, but he couldn't find his phone. He left it in the office. He says, I'll be right back. He walks out, and Kurt pulls out the phone in his pocket saying that he had it. And he tells Ronda he's going to be giving her a match with Alexa Bliss once the suspension is up. But if she pulls another stunt like that, it's going away. But not just that, it's going to be for the title at SummerSlam. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight here. Ronda Rousey last night, pretty much. Ronda Rousey was there as a fan last night at Extreme Rules. Yes, she's suspended from Raw, not Extreme Rules, but she still was there as a fan. She trespassed, interfered in the match. Just like, any other fan who would interfere in a match would do so. So 2 days left in her suspension, but still shows up on Raw and goes after Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. And then Kurt Angle mentioned when he suspended her last month that she may have costed her opportunity for a while to become Raw Women's Champion yet again. So all you do to punish her for showing up 2 nights in a row and trespassing pretty much, which it could have had security guards out there threatening to take Ronda to jail or something like that. Instead, you have her trespass and you just give her a consolation, punishment by giving her another week to her suspension, which she's not suspended now until next Wednesday. And you're giving her a title match at SummerSlam. Honestly, what I would have done, here's what I would have done instead. Ronda could have showed up tonight in the crowd, just teasing her, saying hey, a couple more days, and then I'll be right back in there kicking your pink-haired ass, as she called her. And then maybe, Kurt wants to give her the match, and maybe Stephanie, here's the thing, Stephanie can show up and saying, Kurt's, honestly, kind of, being a little too lean on Ronda. And that could cause Ronda Rousey to participate in like a gauntlet match or something like that on Raw or something to earn her spot getting the Raw Women's Championship. match. Like that could at least help gain some more respect from like the critics. But just handing her another title opportunity just because. I mean, yes, Alexa Bliss interfered in her match, but in some ways, Alexa is right. She did a legal cash in. I mean, yes, there was no clear winner in the match at Money in the Bank, but still, what she did was legal, pretty much. So yeah, wasn't a fan of just having her gain the match handed to her like that. But again, we have lazy writers. They're not creative at all, but we get that. We didn't have Titus Worldwide taking on the Authors of Pain. There's another squash match for Authors of Pain to put them over. Then we have the Riot Squad backstage again, spazzing out at the Congo, No Way Jose's Congo line. And we have Ember Moon taking on Sarah Logan. We have to have yet another Riot Squad match. Why? Don't care at all. But this time, Sarah Logan gets a weak victory after Ember Moon's set up for the Eclipse, and Liv Morgan just pushes her. She falls down, gets hit in the crotch, which doesn't really hurt there. As bad for a woman as it would for a man. And that's how Sarah Logan rolls her up. Didn't care. That was a stupid finish. And yeah, we had that. Before we get to the main event, check the live chat. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here in the live chat. I need to catch up. So I guess we're not getting Sasha versus Bayley at SummerSlam then. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we are or not at this point. Again, my thing is, at this point, again, with Sasha and Bayley's, Raw status on the line, again, why not set up a match, a night quit match for them at SummerSlam? Loser goes to SmackDown. That's what I would do. But yeah, they're not, now that they tease some weird lesbian angle with them, which again, it's not them. Again, all respect to, gays and lesbians. I respect people who feel that way, but it's not for Sasha and Bayley. It would not work. I mean, like Psycho Mickey, yes, it would work for her, but Sasha and Bayley, no, it would not. Alexa and Mickey need to split, to be honest. Why did they even put them back together? Honestly, I don't understand why. All the matches were good except the 2 women's matches. Exactly. Lash Parrish says I have no eyebrows. That is true. Can Balor just get his rematch? Yeah, exactly. Why hasn't he got his rematch yet? But then again, other people come back and got the rematch right away. Yeah, they are starting to ruin Ember Moon now because she just faces the Riot Squad. I actually thought Balor was going to win when he hit the coup de grace. So did I, but it teases pulls away. Don't give a shot, but they don't give a crap about Finn Balor anymore. It seems like it. If we're going to do a lesbian angle for the guys, it wouldn't be either of them. No offense, but they are both beat pretty much. Is Jeff Hardy really injured? I heard Kane was. I'm not sure if Jeff is. I heard Jeff is back dealing with some nagging injuries. Now, yeah, I heard about Kane being injured also. Of course, she likes Bobby Lashley. I'm rooting for Bobby next week also. I can't believe Ronda doesn't wrestle on Raw. Why just on pay-per-views makes no sense. Not sure. Again, that's why I said I pitched the idea of, again, why not just have, Stephanie come back and, say that Kurt's being too lenient on her, something like that. And, or even Corbin can, say that, can stand up for it and say it's too lenient and makes her, earn that opportunity in matches. But we're not going to get that. Ronda probably going to show up, when her suspension is done, and that's going to be the case there. I agree. She is the female Brock. Why though? Why? Don't know why. I heard Jeff will win the title back tomorrow with Orton accidentally costing Shinsuke a match, and Jeff will feud with Orton. Who knows? The rivalries on Raw make no sense whatsoever. Come on, creative, get some backbone. It's called also get as John Cena said about the Undertaker and their feud. Creative and WWE need to get over their ego and stop thinking, so highly of themselves, pretty much thinking that, they're the big leagues. They're the shit pretty much because, nothing can get better than them. And stop getting into the fact that they're going to be making $2.35 billion over the next 5 years because of them moving to Fox in 2019. Only of that, they don't care at all whatsoever. I'm sorry, guys. Shin's defending his title in a rematch tomorrow against Jeff. You think Shin will lose the title that soon? I'm not sure. Dakota thinks it's fine. Lauren said Extreme Rules wasn't that great. I was expecting better. Again, I thought, again, for attending live, wasn't a complete waste for me. It wasn't that great, but I didn't hate it. Again, it was like, I was satisfied with what I got. None of what you want is going to happen. Probably not. I agree. Either that or Jeff will get written off TV because Orton will interfere and Punk kick Hardy to bring the Punk back. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but still. I think Shin is entertaining and it'll be a triple threat SummerSlam. I think so too. What we talking about? Nothing is Gina happy. What I'm not talking about gonna happen. Homie, you are speaking gibberish. Who are you talking to? Do you think that is a good idea, Mike, with Hardy getting Punk kicked by Orton tomorrow so he can be written off to deal with nagging injuries? Could be. It's not sure they're going to use it. When was the last time we used a Punk kick? Was it with the match against Big Show at Survivor Series in 2014, I think? I can't remember. Do you think but why turn Orton heel now and not at SummerSlam? Would have made sense. Maybe, not sure. I mean, could have done then, but yeah, even the way that if it is a full out heel turn for Orton, I thought it was just weak. Like, why have him just grab Hardy and just you stare him down, and just kick him in the nuts? Like, why not hit just an RKO on him or something like that, or something more vicious? I know Randy could do as a heel. She likes Alexa more than Ronda, to be honest. Fair enough. Titus Worldwide and AOP are jobbers. Bathroom break match, pretty much it was. Did you know Orton return was kept secret until 30 minutes before he came out? I did not know that. Was she really Dakota? Wow, didn't know that. Thanks. Wow. What are you talking about? Chaos Theory. Orton will beat Shinsuke at SummerSlam if he takes Jeff out with the Punk kick. Well, definitely. Ruby Riott deserves to be solo. Exactly. Sasha needs to go SmackDown. Sure. Yeah, I understand you do. It's more interesting to see Alexa and Mickey than Sasha and Bayley in a lesbian angle. I definitely agree. We work better with Mickey. Hope Balor isn't being buried. I hope he's not either. I never realized how short Kurt Angle was. Yeah, how tall is Kurt Angle? And what Mickey has done. Yeah, I know. Angle was like 5'9". That's short. Wow, I didn't didn't realize that. Yeah, because Ronda is younger than half the roster. She's probably like 30, I think. I'm not sure. She likes Mickey better as a heel back in 0506 to make her that type of heel again. She's not doing anything. It's a shame. Again, at this point, why even bring her back? She's not doing anything ever. Ronda's 31. She's the youngest. Sonya's the youngest. She's 24. Yep, Sonya's exactly 2 days younger than me, pretty much. Yeah, Mickey's 38. Or Mike, you see the smacking with the Fox there, getting a whole new step. If you saw that, can't hear you. Mike is in the way. And Dakota do someone else. They may bring back the huge fist again. That's fine though. Do you think Dean Ambrose will be a heel on his return or reunite with Seth? Probably. I still think he should turn heel, but maybe they will reunite them. Not sure. What are you talking about, Chaos Theory? I really don't know what you're talking about. Randy is better as a heel, but we need that monster heel he was from 07 to 09. I definitely agree. I don't think Randy's a full heel. He's probably just playing head games with Shinsuke. Like, he can do anything better than Shinsuke. Honestly, that's why I kind of got under the impression also, too. Gable's the same height as Angle. Fair enough there. Still think he's a tweener. That's why I'm thinking so, too. Mike is in the way. Can't hear you. Hello? Can you hear me now, Lauren? Respond to things I said an hour ago. Like, they are now. I'm not against you, homie, for what you heard. When I hear you are sensitive, says who? And again, I'm just catching up on a lot of chat because I was talking about other stuff too. I hear that about Roman needs it. Yep, pretty much. Can hear you now. You're good. Okay, thanks, Lauren. All right, I'm getting to the main event now. It was well, first we had an in-ring. We had Elias sing us a song. At first, he just stares out into the crowd for a second, silence. But he remembers he's in Buffalo and he got depressed. He hypes up his latest record deal on July 23rd. He's going to title the album Walk with Elias. Now all he needs to do is get through this performance and he'll be on his way. His song tonight is about how Brock has to go, which is true, and he'd rather watch paint dry than listen to Lashley speak, and how Rollins should take a dive off Niagara Falls, which that was a little too much. Big Horse got cut off by Seth Rollins. And then before the match, Elias did a small beatdown on Rollins before the match started. Bobby Lashley versus Elias versus Seth Rollins in the second triple threat qualifying match for the number one contendership. The match, again, wasn't, I mean, again, the first triple threat match was by Roman winning was definitely a little bit better, I thought. This match was still good, but problem was I was already really taken out by his episode of Raw. I didn't really care too much. I mean, Rollins, to me, probably had the best spots in the match with his action in there. A couple times he did the suicide dives onto Elias, and him and Lashley had a few good moments squaring off. The Falcon Arrow and whatnot at the end. So Rollins, I thought, had the best showing in the match. Again, months ago, I still wanted to see him, and I still wouldn't mind still seeing him taking on Brock at SummerSlam, but it's not going to happen because, as predicted, because of what happened earlier, Bobby Lashley won the match. He had a spear on Elias, which, I thought was a more reasonable one to take the pin, not Rollins. Lashley celebrates on stage, even though thinking, aren't you ticked off that you already beat Roman? You have to face him again next week to become number one contender. As I said earlier in the show, I'm pretty sure if Roman would have been booked to win last night's match, we wouldn't be having this situation because, Roman won, so he's going to be number one contender. Makes no sense, guys. I do not understand. And yeah, that's how we went off Raw. Again, this show had good wrestling, but a lot just did not make sense at all whatsoever. Before I check back with the live chat again, let me go over my polls on Twitter again. I had 3 polls tonight because, I was angry. So my first poll has 16 votes. Has this episode of Raw gotten anybody excited for SummerSlam? I have 4 choices here. The highest choice was, let's go, I'm ready. And somewhat, not really, and what's SummerSlam? Because that's how I felt kind of like, what is SummerSlam? Like, this show did not feel like anything towards SummerSlam was that exciting, in my honest opinion. But 16 votes, 6% said let's go, 38% said somewhat, 44% said not really, and 12% said what's SummerSlam. For what grade would you give this week's episode of Raw? 4 votes, 1 person said A, everybody else said D or lower. And then I posted this one because I'm starting to really think that this year for WWE is starting to get on that level. But what year has been worse for WWE, 2015 or 2018? Because I feel like 2018 is starting to get somewhere with that, because with how bad the main roster's been, especially, I'm starting to, none of these storylines just really matter. Not exciting, just a bunch of lazy writing. And then pay-per-views are, barely, capitalizing, if not sucking, if you want to look at Backlash was. But 12 votes on that. 33% said 2015 was worse, and 67% is saying that 2018 has been worse. So that's a statement there, pretty much to be said there. Let's see here. Let me see here. Let's see the live chat. Let me see. Okay. Lauren gave Raw a C-. She said no Dolph night. We did have Dolph. He was in the match with Bobby Roode. The code gave an A-, but now reevaluating, give it a C. Again, wrestling-wise, we had good wrestling matches tonight, except for a couple little things. Unfortunately, though, again, because since nothing made sense, that's what really hindered, my grade for the show, which I'll get to that in a second. Top 10 suggestion. The top 10 superstar / diva rants. Wonder what I can do with that. Let's add that to the list, which I'll have to give an update on my live streams this week. Top 10 superstar / diva rants. Her match of the night was the opening match. Jeff and Shin better main event tomorrow. Could be. Shut the worst with Sasha's match, and he got correct on that. Ceiling's Lashley's match was the best. Who do you think AJ will feud with next? Probably Samoa Joe. Chaos Theory. 35 says, thank you for all you do. To be honest, you're not that bad, but you are where you belong. Sorry, man, you can't handle what? What are you talking about? Miz and Daniel Bryan feud at SummerSlam, possibly. You're good, Lauren. Here, yeah, again, I'm hearing that Joe and Styles are feuding next. That'll be good. Styles better not pass out. Could. It doesn't have a SummerSlam feel. You're right. I agree. What is it about? Styles is gonna be champ until Royal Rumble. I heard. I mean, I'd be fine with that. She thinks 2018 has been worse than 2015. Hope that Lashley wins. And why does he sweat so much? I don't know why either. Just like him and Big E, they both sweat a lot. And he picked 2015 was worse. 2015 did have decent champions and creative storylines, some of them. Only because we still have half a year left. That is true. Here, great review. See you tomorrow for SmackDown Live. Sweet dreams. Thank you, Lauren. We all know SmackDown Live will be better tomorrow. Don't we? Yeah, we will. Agree. Night. Good stream. Good night, Lauren. Good night. If you enjoy it, then have a great time. Dude, still trying. That's awesome. I don't know what you're talking about, man. But yeah, I gave Raw a D+ again. To me, again, had good wrestling. There's a lot of things that didn't make sense at all in the show tonight. So yeah, again, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. What grade you would give Raw for this week's episode. Be sure to always click my like and subscribe and work on my channel. You may follow me on Twitter as well, as you may do so. I'll be back here tomorrow night for my SmackDown Live review, and I may do my 205 Live review tomorrow night also because I'm taking a short road trip later on this week. So that might delay my special live stream until Friday, but I'll let you guys know for sure about that. But guys, thank you again for tuning in for the live chat. D+ for tonight's episode of Raw. Thanks again for joining for my review and rant. If you didn't see my rant, tune in at the beginning because I did a little thing at the beginning for whatever you want to call. But yeah, I'm checking out, guys. I'm tired. Have a good night. I'll see you guys all later. Peace out, everybody.